Once upon a time, I committed a terrible sin. It happened long ago, in a past that I cannot change. I was fighting a war that never ended. I thought I was saving the world, and I needed help. So I turned to Sarah, the only family I had. She was my younger sister. I sent her to her death. I knew what I did could not be forgiven, but I prayed that someday it could be undone. Dreaming of the day I might bring her back, I fell into a long sleep. It was a sleep as dark as death. The centuries passed, and each one seemed like an eternity until... one day, the light touched me. I knew what it was. It was God himself, speaking to me. All-powerful, all-knowing, ruler of the world and sky above. Benevelza. The light was his voice, and I felt warmth on my skin as it spoke. He told me what I had to do. I would be his servant, and if I succeeded in doing his bidding, my reward would be a miracle. He said she would live again. My sister, Sarah, and I'd have her back at last. And so I was chosen by God to rescue lost souls and guide them past the end of this world and into the next. I became the savior.
Good to see you again. Is something the matter?
No, it's just... I suddenly had this strange feeling of déjà vu. I could have sworn we've done this before. That we've been in this exact same situation.
I hope you're not imagining things. The world needs its savior, and you need to hold yourself together. If you're ready to go, stand in front of the warp device. I can use the warp device. It's best if you head for Luxerion first. Something strange is happening in the so-called City of Light.
Luxerion train is now arriving. Luxerion North Station.
Luxerion, a bustling metropolis, the divine city of light in the holy sea of salvation. It's the last bastion of peace and order in a dying world. Most of the people who live here worship the almighty Benevelza. The city is governed in his name by a powerful religious sect known as the Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the heretics doing.
The divine city doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxerion. The divine city of light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
Looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can find out anything from the crime scene.
We need to solve this case quickly. Luxerion is the city of divine light, yet it has seen the murder of 3 girls in 3 days. The people seem to be growing fearful. If you find out anything at all, I'd be anxious to hear it. There are similarities among the victims. They have all been young women, and all of them had rose-colored hair. Yes, just the same shade as yours. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful. If you find new information regarding this case, inform me immediately.
The time is now 9 p.m.
You should gather information.
May the holy light dispel the chaos and purify our souls.
The Savior's mission is to rescue the souls of people trapped in prisons of pain and suffering. By forming a bond with them, you can lead their souls to salvation.
This area is locked down.
God save me, I saw what they did.
Good heavens. This is because... Those messages say that the Shadow Hunter will kill the Savior. Sounds pretty... I don't know, prophetic, right? If you believe what you hear around town, it seems that the children of Etro have an oracle drive. It's a rare thing. They say oracle drives are mysterious devices that can let you see the very future. The heretic's prophecy, I can't even imagine what it must show. But apparently it's enough to drive them to murder.
That was a valuable witness statement.
The evil savior will die at the hands of the Shadow Hunter. It's certainly an arresting statement. I'd heard of the Shadow Hunter once before, from a guest that was staying here at the hotel. The same guest told me he's the head of that band of fanatics, but I don't know who he really is, or was. At any rate, it's hardly surprising that people think those Etro fanatics are behind this recent string of murders. But is this man they call the Shadow Hunter the one pulling their strings?
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
Huh. You have information for me? Interesting. Very interesting. I think this is worth further investigation. Thank you for sharing what you know. Let me know if you learn more.
You should gather information and relay it to the Inquisitors. Once they...
The horror continues. I knew the latest victim. She was a leading member of the Order clergy. She'd been a rising star, destined to become the next High Priestess. But then she retired suddenly, for reasons of health, or so it was said. And then this.
We believe the culprits are hiding out in this area. That's why we've decided to lock it down.
I can't leave. If God were to say the area's locked, what do I do now?
It can't be. Damn it. It's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. Well, at least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
All right. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them. You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendant's worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
The Order operates the regional transport.
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind. I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this lady for help.
I can't believe no one told me that when I took this job. But anyway, sorry for the trouble, boss. From now on, I swear to you, I'm never going to be late. I mean, what if your heart gave out or something with worry? Can't have that on my conscience.
A true friend that cares. Maybe that's enough to save a soul.
Well, a deal's a deal. You got me here safe and sound, and so I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. It was the children of Etro. They tossed the dummy off the tower. I really wanted to tell the Inquisitors what I saw. Honestly, I did. But I was afraid those heretics might find out and make me their next victim.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the goddess of death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe, and it may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets, prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
That's vital information. Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
Yes? What can I... That is very interesting indeed. We've been piecing together all our evidence, and your information supports our theory. The only question is, how long I can maintain the blockade?
You should head to areas with lots of foot traffic. Try your luck at the station, or the plaza out in front.
It's getting a little chilly.
Inquisitor gave me strict orders to let nothing through. Not even a mouse.
Not like anyone.
They need to make progress with the investigation before they unlock certain areas. Gather information and report to the Inquisitor in charge.
This is my favorite spot. Hang out here long enough and you get to see all kinds of things. Like those white-garbed loonies, for example. The children of Etro are heretics, and they don't believe in the Order's teachings. Those Etro fanatics used to keep a low profile, but recently I see them everywhere. The Order's authority isn't what it was. Now those people wander the streets like they own the place. Do you think they know something we don't? Maybe they have a date for the end of the world, who knows?
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
The same people who killed the girl brought that dummy here. It's important evidence. Don't touch it. The victim had rose-colored hair, and the wig on that dummy was of the same color. The killers appear to believe that the evil savior will take the form of a young woman with rose-colored hair. Everything points to this being the work of those heretics, children of Etro. But why are they so sure what the savior will look like?
So the culprits are the children of Etro? But what's their objective? What could they be after?
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing.
If you know anything about the case...
The goddess's disciples are beginning to gather. If you lift the blockades around this area, there's a good chance they'll start to move out.
You're suggesting I let them go? It's not a bad idea. Yes, I'll give the order and we'll see where the heretics lead us. We've managed to find some eyewitnesses, and we think we know who it was that strung the dummy from the tower.
Let me guess. The children of Etro, right?
Ah, you have your own sources, I see. In recent weeks, the heretics have become more visible on the streets of our holy city. The poor, benighted fools don't believe in God's salvation. Clearly, their despair has led them to carry out these wanton acts. If only they would open their eyes, embrace God, and they could bathe in the pure light of His almighty grace. Can't they see that their souls would be liberated in the new world? The irony of it all is that their fanatical rejection of the Savior has only made my own faith that much stronger. Although perhaps that is the work of the Savior herself.
If you think your faith will save you, then go ahead. Believe all you want.
Hi! I sense you want to talk about something. Ask away! Is it about this message board? Or something more important, like my beauty regimen?
I want to talk to you. I think that you have it backwards.
Oh, don't be such a silly Sahagin. Everyone wants to talk to me, especially since I've been put in charge of this.
The message board?
It's not just an ordinary message board. It's called the Canvas of Prayers, and it's magical. An ancient spell has been cast on it, and now it can show people's hopes and dreams. For example, you know how people wish on stars, or by throwing coins into a fountain? I know you've done it too, even though you'd never admit it. This board collects prayers from all over the world, from all sorts of people, and makes them appear as words.
You mean anyone can come here and read them?
Just you. It's written in a mythical language. To anyone other than yourself, it looks like a jumble of nonsense. Now don't just take my word for it. Why don't you take a look? See if you can't read everyone's humble little wishes.